Hey, it's Joe Tamargo from PumpRepairMedia.com. All right, welcome back. We're here with B. Ryan. What's up, my man? All right, welcome back to the Jacuzzi Magnum Force Troubleshooting and Repair video series. All right, we're like on part 13, 14, 15, 16, somewhere around there. You know where we are. We're just making the videos. All right, so all videos, if you're just joining us now and you just tune in like, oh, that's a pretty cool video. Oh, man, with the whole pumps apart. Like, do these guys have the rest of the videos? Yes, we do. PumpRepairMedia.com. Click on the videos link. We have the whole entire video series listed, step 1, step 2. It's kind of awesome. All right, so here we go now. Brian is back, and like you said, he's taking apart the whole entire pump. We're back now, reassembling the whole thing. We've got brand new motor bearings on the shaft. Like I said, go check out the other videos for other stuff. All right, so Brian, here we go. He's back with the rear end bell. He's going to show you now. If you are like this at your shop or your place of business or even your home, what you want to look for now, Brian's going to show you. Go ahead, Brian. In the back there's a little wavy washer that might be stuck in the back of the motor. There you go. See that? There's that wavy washer right there. Show them how it's bent a little. That wavy washer is supposed to be bent. It's called the thrust washer, and that goes in the rear end bell. Show them where that goes. All right, there you go. That goes right in the rear end bell, just like that. All right, so there you go. Once you got the wavy washer in the rear end bell, he's gonna move this motor to the side a little bit, just a tiny, tiny bit. There you go. And now what he's gonna do is he's gonna take his front armor shaft. Now, if you've been watching the earlier parts of the video series, you know that Brian has marked his motor. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then please go back and watch the earlier steps. And in the earlier steps, Brian is going to show you how to mark your motor. That way, when you put it back together, you'll know exactly what to do. Okay, so now remember, all parts are available at PumpRepairMedia.com. We're using kit 1202, which comes with the 2 motor bearings and the shaft seal. We haven't showed you how to install the new shaft seal yet, but don't worry. All right, so Brian, go ahead, slide that armature shaft in there, man. Go ahead, man. Be real careful. You're gonna lift up at the motor shaft. He's having a little bit of trouble, so you're gonna go lift up a little bit. No, lift up at the casing, buddy. There you go. Right, now you got it. There you go. You're gonna slide now. Put your one hand on the shaft. There you go, and you're gonna lift it up. All right, so you might want to pull that back out a little bit again, Brian. Maybe you're stuck or for some reason. I don't know what you're stuck on. That's kind of scary, actually. But there you go, man. Be careful. You don't want to break it. Brian looks like he's going to break the motor there. So then be careful. Slide it through, man. Slide it through. Slide it through. Be careful, man. Brian, you can't do that, buddy. You can't do Brian, you're going to break that, buddy. Brian, you're going to break that, buddy. All right, put it down, Brian. Listen, Brian, you have to just put something underneath that, like leverage, like a hammer handle, something underneath your motor. There you go. Put something underneath the front of your motor. There you go, buddy. Now, there you go. Nope. Yep, there you go. Now take your motor shaft. Now see the angle your motor's on. Exactly right. Now slip that inside. There you go. There you go. All right, so there you go, folks. There you go. We've watched Brian is not lying. There you go. All right, so you're like, wow, I thought these guys were professionals. I'm the professional narrating, and I actually consider the mention make it look easy, but that's why we have Brian here, because then you see him struggle. You might remember that other guy, Robert, in some of the other videos. That was Brian's brother. He was a cool guy. Brian's kind of cooler. Hey, Robert, I'm sorry, man. No, all right, you guys are both cool. So there you go. You see Brian struggle. That is how you do it. So there you know, right? You learned something, right, Brian? Mm-hmm. So now you have marks on the motor. Go ahead. You see your marks there, man? They're probably on the top. Go ahead, look for your marks. Brian's going to look for his marks now. And then once we come back, Brian is going to find his marks right now. Go ahead, man. The marks are probably on the top. See, Brian doesn't remember where he puts his marks. Like, when you take apart the motor, sometimes I used to, well, let me just give you a trick. When I take apart motors, I usually put the marks by the sticker at the top, because I know that's why I just look for the top of the motor. Brian has no idea where he's put his marks. Do you? You have any idea?
Yes.
Oh, you got your marks there?
Yeah.
All right, so now Brian's got his marks. So once he's got his marks there, take out the wrench from underneath your motor. Good job, man. Remember, kit 1202, available on PumpRepairMedia.com. All right, so now once he's got his marks, what you're going to do is just take your pipe, put it in the front there, on the front end bell. The front end bell, the pipe on the front end bell, the pipe to your left arm, the pipe, there you go. Take that, there you go. All right, you're going to take that, and you're going to take that with a hammer a little bit. Now hammer that with your hammer, just 1 or 2 bangs. He doesn't have it lined up. All right, so he said he had it lined up, but he doesn't have it lined up. All right, so what you do now is he's going to just give it that one little, just tap it a little bit there, Brian, with your hammer. All right, well, there you go. Take your hammer. Perfect. All right, there you go. Give it one quick tap. Perfect. There you go. Just set it in place a little. Now on the back side, he's gonna line it up as well. All right, so now what he's going to do now, he's going to get his through bolts. Go ahead, grab a through bolt, Brian, and line it up. So what he's going to do now is going to grab one of his through bolts, his motor through bolts that are on the table right under the R and the pliers. He doesn't see them. I'll show you, folks. There they are. There they are. Nice job. All right, perfect. All right, so there you go. Grab one of your through bolts and start putting them in. All right, so now what Brian's going to do is he's going to put his through bolts in, but they don't go to the front of the motor. They go in the rear of the motor. All right, so there you go. Rear of the motor, folks. Stick your through bolts there. You want to make sure they go forward. Now, if you have your motor lined up correctly, you'll be able to feel that. So now Brian's motor is probably not lined up correctly, so that's why he probably can't get the bolt started. So there we go. Kit 1202 available at pumprepairmedia.com. All right, there you go. Put your through bolts in there just like that. Now, once you put your through bolts in, you want to make sure you have your other side lined up as well because you'll start feeling the threads catch. All right, when we come back, we're hopefully going to have, Brian's going to have all of his through bolts lined up, and then we're going to show you how to tighten them with a nut driver, and then what the next step is. All right, so there you go. Brian's just going to sit here and line his motor up. He's going to get his through bolts started. When we come back, we're going to watch Brian finish tightening up his through bolts, and then we're going to put the capacitor back on. After we do that, we're going to show you how to put the water sling back on. Then we're going to remove the seal from both parts of the seal housing, show you how to install a new seal, and then put the rest of the pump together. All right, man. Have fun. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.